Alright, cool. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Repair desk. We'll have to change this to something else later. Okay, there's that. Plus. Display capture? This Windows. What do I call it? Phone? We'll do it on. So we'll go ahead and just throw this up here for now. We'll put it on the Dell. Close enough. Okay, so if we do this, go back on camera. That looks pretty close. Huh. I just don't know how to get that stuff off of it. If I go... I don't know. That works. That looks good. But how do I get rid of this crap? Oh, yeah. Grid lines off. I don't know. Oh well, we'll look at that later. I do like this. That's good. I'm glad that works. Now, how to get this other monitor to get over there? Yeah, that might be a problem. Okay, I'm gonna take off that flap. Okay. Hell, don't need it that zoomed in. Alright, well, it's something. Probably does have it plugged in. Oh, well, that is for a future Doug to worry about. We'll go ahead and desktop repair. So, crap, I changed the camera. Um, there it is. Alright, so that's one thing I've got to do. I'll go to in this workbench. We need to add a second camera. Add video source. Nope, that's add video capture. Add existing camera. Oh, that's the camera says the same thing. Okay. You need to be this camera. Boop. Ah, you poopy butt. Okay, gotcha. Alright. So, get rid of this video source. Remove that one. Yes. And we want to edit this one back to say this video. There we go. And now here's Cam. Where are you? Alright, so transform, reset transformation. Okay, there we go. Alright, so there's that camera. So we'll call it Cam, not camera. Excellent. Move that one over here. Nope, 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 nope. That's my whole background. This camera can go here. Womp. We can turn off this camera. Where's the other one? There we go. Turn that one off. And when we're over there, oh my gosh, that poor microscope is going crazy. Well, that's pleasant. We'll turn that off for now. I can't get that to turn off either. Oh well. We'll go ahead and then get rid of the phone for now. We're just going to go back to the regular desktop and get rid of you. That cam can hide. Alright. That's good. Alright. Hello, if anyone is there. If not, found my EverDrive. We're going to use this now to do the test because it has a good controller tester. Okay. Yeah, that worked. That's a lot better. We'll go ahead and choose you down. And we'll tell this to full project on my Dell. Nope, not all of it. I just want the one screen. I just want the PVM to full protect on the Dell. There we go. That's better. All right. Turbos testing. Turbo testing. Oh. Alright. Cool. Now, where is my super suit? Honey, where is my super suit? I cleaned it. Why did you take my... I gotta go fight for the greater good. I am the greatest good. Alright. We will test that when somebody comes in. This is my one that was having issues, I think. Yeah, that's my good one. So, this is the one that was having me some trouble. Alright. There we go. Now we can go over here to Workbench. That microscope is not having a good time. Just shocked the hell out of it. Maybe that fixed it. Alright. PVM. Where'd my phone thing go? There it is. There we go. Phone. I don't know how to keep the camera on. Alright, we'll go ahead and do that, and then we will change this. No, we'll add one. Alright, there we go. And we need to... Which one? Okay, so we want to go... Alright, here we go. Audio capture. Where... Cam. Yeah, cam. Alright, properties. You actually be this one. Alright. Testing. Okay, let's go here. Microphone working. Test. Microphone. I don't know if you have one. Well. Try that again. Properties. I think this one, testing, 1, 2. Do I need to move the mic or... Hold on. Can it be heard from here? It might. I might just have to talk loud. Alright. As for you, I need you to come over here And I guess go to video. Got to do something to keep it on. All right. So we'll try this. Yeah, that can be seen. I just wish I had something over here to see it with. Like this one to work. I think it died on me. Let's see, it's a 12 volts. All right. Center positive. Let's go with that. Eager. Huh. Well. Let's see if that thing starts charging. Till then, I guess let's use these two. Here we go. Start recording. Maybe that would do it too. Alright. We have got footage for later with this try. No, regular Phillips. Wheel in. Where are you, Mr. Phillips? Oh, that thing needs cleaned up. Well, that didn't last long, did it? I don't know why I was doing that. Alright, is it recording now? It's not recording. If we hit stop, It's fine. That's so weird. This may not work. I don't know. I want to get that phone camera to work. See how the microscope is doing. We'll deactivate and reactivate it. Still jittery. See, that's even worse. What? Why can't I just have nice things? Oh, I guess I gotta buy the nice things first. Then I can have the nice things. I don't know. I think I just have to invest in like an actual desk microscope and stop trying to be cheap. I don't know how long this will last on the top one. Man, this is filthy like an animal. Let's go ahead and clean it up. You know what? I might just use the camera that we'll just stop doing the phone thing. We'll just get rid of this. Nope, not that. Why am I failing at everything? Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? Phone, go away. You go away because you're just about to have a seizure. Alright. We'll do it like this, and I'll just move the camera down and see if we can get a good photo of the workbench. Alright. Okay. Super exciting, isn't it? Hold on. Hold on. Alright. Camera to work like this. Alright, go this way. There we go. Alright, I want to unloosen this up a little bit. There we go. Now do this like this, I guess, a little bit up higher. I broke this thing. Going down. There we go. Something like that. This guy out of the picture. He just dead. He's not working. He's flickering. He's annoying. All right. Got that. And we can then move it over here a little bit. Camera. Video config. There we go. All right. I'll get this. Sure. Okay. So, anywho's, I think that'll do. Let's go in. I think the resolution is wrong. Can be deactivated for now. Alright, and camera. Custom. Whoops. Okay. Alright, that's close enough. You guys can see it. And we'll go from here. Get it cleaned up and see if that fixes our start button not working. Till then, I'm just going to be scribbling away and making it look nice. Yeah, they so nasty. There we go. Two. Clean out all the screw holes. There we go. It's looking better now. Alright, so now we're going to clean up all this other crap here. Much crap. So I'm using a Q-tip or toothbrush. It's just a freaking napkin with alcohol. Here we go. Look at all that crap all over my desk already. Well, that's fine. It happens. Go ahead and get this top part done, so he's ready to go back on whenever we're ready for it to. Maybe we can get these screws looking better. Yeah, a little cleaner. I need my glasses. I know I brought some glasses down here because I know I can't see. This thing still doesn't have a light on it. I don't think that's the right plug. Turn this thing off.
Wouldn't new screws be more effective?
They would be.
Wouldn't new screws be more effective?
Oh, it's doing the double chat again. Why does it do the double chat every time? But it would be. I just had to buy them. Let me go in here and close the chat and open it back up. So that way... Alright. Try to talk now. Without me seeing the chat. Maybe that'll do it. Alright. Hopefully the double chat is gone again. They would be more effective. I just don't know if you can buy the gold screws for the old Nintendo game controllers. So I figured I'd just clean it up and probably could find some screws like it. Okay, so we should have 5 screws. Why am I missing a screw? How did I lose a screw already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. There we go. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of finding out why the buttons aren't working, but it's probably just filth. Yeah, I think it's just filth. The buttons and rubbers themselves look okay. None of them's broken. But it looks like they used Super Nintendo innards on this one. So it's the same one that the Super Nintendo uses, I think. Let's find out, shall we? Yeah, that's a Super Nintendo. But it fits in there too. Minus the hole not being pumped out yet. There we go. Yeah, they fit in there. Well then, I know I can use that if needed. But we'll go ahead and move that off to the side. We'll try to keep the original stuff first, but we'll clean the board. Most of it's okay. I don't see any breaking the wires. Those take off the wire. I like that. That's how they all should be. If they're all like that and I don't have to solder, I'll be so happy. Okay. So, where did my cleaning supply go? I just had you. Alright. I guess I took my WD-40 upstairs. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. After these books. All right. Got some 409. Oh, that there we go. Okay. I'm gonna stick 409. We'll see exactly how dirty this wire is. Looks okay, but So the wire's not too bad. Just filthy hands on the controllers. Alright, we'll put the wire over there for now. Clean up my workspace. Double check this. I'm happy with that.
Hey, good to see ya.
Who is that? Hey, Kitty Party. Good to see you too. Now the trick I showed you with the Nintendo cartridge works with these too. All it is, it's a little abrasive, and we'll get any of that caked on dirt off of any of the buttons.
This is so interesting to me. I'll watch it like a vulture.
Well, thank you. I got some more controllers to test, and then we'll take some more apart and see how many we can do by just straight up cleaning like this. This one I've got to clean because I searched high and low, and I could not find a replacement for the. Move that out of the way. I couldn't find a replacement for these rubbers, but now they've taken it apart. It looks like they use a Super Nintendo directional pad and start and stop button, and the Famicom version of the AB buttons. So that's good to know.
Drinking some Voltrade.
Sorry, I don't have a monitor on my workbench, so I'm gonna have to look over to see who's talking. So we'll go ahead and keep this up. So what you look for when you're working on these is a lot of times they'll rip, so they'll come loose and rip right here. So then you want to replace them. I've got some old ones in here. I've probably got one or two that's ripped.
You can just use your phone and pause the stream so it doesn't consummate data.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you're around, so I have someone that's smart. Why didn't I think of that? Jesus. Oh. There we go. No. Where did it go? Alright. Twitch. And I want to go home. Profile. Creator dashboard. I think I can watch it here. Yeah. I think I can show my stream manager. Hey! Ho! Everybody said hey. Look at you being all smart. Alright. Hey-o! Hey-o! Hey, Mario! Alright, good. I hope this is all this needs. Well, I mean, it wouldn't look bad with the Super Nintendo rubbers in there, but if I can save the originals, I'd rather save the originals. You know what I mean? So, there's that. Here's the one that was giving us the trouble. And I'm going to get my alcohol a little closer because it's halfway across the table. There we go. And I can also check continuity with my meter if I need to. So, we'll see. Alright. That is now so fresh and so clean.
Is regular alcohol sufficient to clean these? Every time it's about cleaning, I see people use isopropyl.
Yes, that's what I'm using. The reason why you want to use
I've
isopropyl.
been binge watching hundreds always win COD zombie episodes.
You use the alcohol mainly because it dries fast. So it can clean up, it can get the dirt moving, and then it's instantly dry. Because you don't, on circuit boards and stuff like that, you don't want moisture on there because it can make the what's the point of having screen not to lock when the screen locks? Let me check. Let me turn that off now. Screen mode. Okay. Sorry. Keep screen on. There. Why am I having such a hard time with my phone? Hey, old man uses phone on stream. Get excited. Hey. Yeah, I can fix this stuff, but this daggone mingled phone thing, I don't know what to do. It's got a freaking device control. I don't want. I'm going to keep the screen on. Nope, nope, the wrong way. All right. I know what I got to do. I got to go here, here, and go to Twitch. I want to go to app information, and I want to set it so the screen stays on. I thought that's where I did that. Permissions, camera notifications, microphone. Yes, allow when streaming.
My brother bought a second-hand Game Boy Color and it had the buttons full of sulfur from being stored with batteries. And a previous attempt repair, there was no saving it.
Oh no! That sucks. I had a Game Boy Color that was so corroded I couldn't do anything about it. Like, I sat there and I fought with it forever. The battery, I took the battery connections off and I changed it. Keep screen on, and I changed the connectors.
I saw some fixing of the button, placing a bridge wire from the button connector to the board on top.
Oh, this one was a lot worse. And I give it back to my brother, I'd show you. The one that he had the corrosion on the buttons. It was all the way through the board. Actually, I might have some photos somewhere, but yeah, the corrosion was all the way inside the board. So when I was cleaning it off,
Yes, exactly.
yeah,
That's what this one had.
it was just
The
nothing.
gold was gone.
Yep. I told him what we should do with it is make it an exploded photo of the Game Boy inside of a what are those like a display case or what am I thinking of the photo?
How do you corrode plastic?
It's not plastic. We're talking about inside of the Game Boys themselves. Inside, the corrosion was on the metal inside of it. Or let me see if I can find. Here we go. I got a Sega CD board here. So the corrosion was inside of the vias. So if you see these little dots here, I don't know if you can see it, but if you see those little dots that go through the board,
To the point it removes the conductive material that makes the connection possible.
exactly, those dots will get corrosion in them. And what those do is they take the wire or the signal from one side of the board to the other. So if those get corroded or are no longer conductive, you're now losing signal from one side of the board to the other. So that's why the sticking a wire through it worked, but some of them is so hard to get through because they're so small. Like this guy right here, I have no idea what's wrong with him. I've changed the caps on it. I've done everything I could do on it. But he's got a VIO somewhere bad, so when it boots up into the BIOS, it just stays there. So, but yeah, that's what happens to those. Is they'll get so corroded through that they'll break the connection to the other side of the board. And now the board's not going to talk. And you're having a bad day. It's fixable. It's just not fun to fix. That was the whole idea what he was saying earlier about bridging the wire from one side of the board to the other. It's because you're replacing that VIO. But that doesn't help much. I need a pick or something. Here we go. How about a flathead screwdriver? You're my friend. That flathead screwdriver is now sideways. I must have really pride on something. Alright, people. Wash your hands when you play your controllers. I want to be cleaning off 40-year-old freaking hand scum. Is it 40? Guess not. Not quite. Wait. No. 92 is not 40 yet.
So stuff with non-removable batteries are safety hazards. Do the paper-looking replacements you can buy actually fix those issues, or it's the same scenario?
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like the ribbon cables that's almost paper thin. Okay, first with the Pika's question. You never want to leave any alkaline battery or lithium battery in if you can.
I mean the lil pads you place over the button contact.
Oh, these? Yeah, you want to have the rubber ones, or these are silicone.
Those.
Yeah, those are silicone. That's what they come out of with the little metal connection. So that's all this is a little metal connection. So we can just take that and erase the dirt off of it. How you can do this really is that you can take a piece of paper and...
Not really the silicon, but I saw some paper thin layer they place on top of the board.
Huh. I don't know. I've replaced some of them with tactile switches. I got some of them somewhere. But one way you can clean these too, take on a paper and run it across it until you're not getting black.
It's a commercial product that comes in the shape of the connectors themselves.
Huh. I'll have to look at that. So you don't want to have a lot of black on there because that's just dirt. So there we go. I'll just clean that the rest of the way. I had no problems with these buttons. It was a start and stop button. I started and select. There we go. Okay, got that. We'll do the start and select button like that. So I'm pushing down the buttons as I'm moving them around on the
This
paper.
Game Boy had a lot of solder added in an attempt to make the connection work.
That's funny. These buttons is nasty. Yeah. Should really be wearing gloves. This alcohol's gonna dry out my hands like no other. I always think of that after I start working. Like, oh yeah, I should wear gloves. As my hand starts drying and falling away in flakes. Alright. He's clean. He's clean-ish. He could use a go. I'm gonna 409 the crap out of this one. It's so nasty. Alright. Brush out, brush out, brush out, brush out, brush.
For the connections on these are available online. Even for the Game Boy, they are just a hard read.
They are, when you look at the schematics. I mean, I've got the schematics for the Sega CD, so I've been checking the connections, but I'm not finding the problem. I'm not finding any connection bad, but there's thousands of connections on that board, and one little connection wrong will cause a problem. So I don't know. I'll eventually fix it. What I did for the guy, because I did that as a repair, I had a broken one that the tray was bad on. So I sold him. I fixed his with my board from that one. Because I didn't want to leave him hanging. But he didn't want to get rid of his original Sega CD, at least the shell of it. I made sure it was okay to change the motherboard out. But I put a new battery in it, all that fun stuff. Alright, buttons, buttons. Who's got the buttons? Alright. Now we got the nasty one here. Okay, I think we're going to use this again. Finger crud. You know what's funny is I'm going to do this for every single one of my
It would
controllers
be
I'm
pretty
fixing.
cool to have the machine to make custom circuit boards.
It would be. I mean, you've got, I mean, PCB way. If you design your own board, you can do that. And people's done that. You can go on OshPark, OSH Park, and download a full Nintendo schematic, and it's got full Nintendo board for the original console. It just doesn't have any chips, so you have to repopulate it. But if you got a bad board, you can then take it like that and remove all your chips from your board and put it on that one. So you have a new board. I guess.
OOF, imagine soldering all those tiny contacts again.
You know, I work at a place where I do soldering all day long, and I felt I was exhausted after changing out 30 little components, those little tiny diodes. Oh man, I was exhausted. I'm like, oh, I'm ready to go home. Bending over a soldering bench all day long can get exhausting.
That's why reballing machines are a thing.
That's true. Well, this is repairing a It's not the reballing. It's I was putting like little diodes down, so there's top surface. Just had to take them off, and it's conformal coated. Do you know what that is? Conformal coating is a coating they'll put on top of motherboards to make them waterproof, but it's like a layer of plastic on top of the board. And then so I've got to take that off and try not to destroy the board or the traces while ripping plastic, like an epoxy sometimes is on top of these boards. Oh man, I almost got the AB hills cleaned. The front of the controller doesn't look bad. I think I watched that before, but I just didn't take it apart. Stop going to sleep.
Interesting. I even saw a video of a PC which was submerged in a non-conductive liquid as cooling method.
Yep. And now I have conformal coating on it too. The old Ataris have a conformal coating on it because all of their traces were just soldered in line. So it was just open traces, they weren't covered. So they put this like coating on top of it. Alright, I think we're good to get this guy back together and see how he works. Ooh, can we put is the buttons the same? Can we make this like all custom looking? No, they're not deep enough.
Electronics have a lot of gold in them. It's just not worth tapping the phone now.
No, it's not. Okay, so the Super Nintendo buttons will not work. That'd be just fun. Alright. Buttons back in. There we go. That's good. So while I was messing around with these buttons I got from,
How do you go about the wires? Have you ever had to replace those?
I have. I actually ordered new wires for this for some of the controllers. If I can't get the wire, I'll pull it inside and I'll resolder it. If it's a connector like this, I'll try to put the connector back on because you can get connectors for this, or I can even pop these wires out individually and get some connectors. But it's funny. It's like if I do the best I can on these controllers, you know, even when I sell them, I'm never gonna make the money back on it. These buttons, I got the buttons wrong backwards. The buttons don't feel right. Let's see here. Let's see. One button kind of, that's wrong. Okay, that looks better. So I'm making sure the buttons come out down and they are flat even though the thing's curved. If you put them in backwards, they'll curve too, and so one side will be higher than the other. All right, get that back in there. You back on. You back on. The right way, and we'll plug you back in. So what happens a lot of times when the wires are coming out or breaking, they'll break these stress relief connectors. So they'll plug in here, and then you go around these little pegs, and those are where your stress relief is for the controller wire, so it doesn't pull out. So it goes up and around, well, actually over one more, around these pegs here, and then out the top. And so you'll have those break off, and then that's where these wires are pulled loose or broken. My back. Alright. I don't know if you've seen, but I cleaned up all the back already. I did that, I think, before anyone was on stream with me. Alright, we'll plug it in. We'll go back over to my tester unit, and we'll see if...
Looks good as new.
Thank you. We'll see if that start button works. So before I had to press start button pretty hard. And that made me a sad panda. Alright. Oh, that's not the one I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah, this is the one that I want.
Is the controller test ROM something you made yourself?
No, this is an official Nintendo test ROM that somebody ripped. It's just on my EverDrive. So, what it does is that it will show the buttons as red once they're pressed. And then when you unplug the controller, it changes them all back to white. I don't know, it's on the screen now. So, alright. Oh man, oh man. I want to have its babies. It feels so good. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to go back to this scene. Haha! There's my ugly face. Okay. So, what I do is I just have an extension cord or extension controller. That way I don't plug in and out of my console all the time and cause any issues. Alright. Reset. So yeah, there's the so you have a deck and tester, joystick tester, and a port. Those are all the Nintendo ones. So as I press here, so that it stays green. I'm gonna stop broadcasting my phone. There we go. So there's my directional pad. Everything feels like it's doing well. There's my B button, A button. Here's where I was probably. Oh look, select button there. Oh look at that. That's how it's supposed to work. Like I barely touch it. Start button's working.
Get me an EverDrive for NES. If I had that as kid, would have gone crazy.
Oh, I know, right? I'm trying to think of a game that. Oh look how quickly those buttons presses are. Yeah, I'm barely touching that. That's the way. I like it. Oh, I hit the start and select button and took me back to the AVS menu. I wonder if there's any Game Genie codes. Nope.
Mario Composer.
So yeah, here's all the little test things I've got in here. I also got, I guess that should be the same thing. Here's a test cart number 2. Let's see what this one has in there. See if it looks the same.
Beatboop.mp3.
Oh, it's just testing the cartridge itself. I don't need that. Also, this is a good one too. If you ever have a good test suite, this test suite here. Oh, this is the old one. Where's my newer one? I downloaded the new one. I might have forgot to put it in here. All pads test controller. Let's see what it does here. So this one was made. There we go. So this one's just pretty generic. But yeah, those buttons are money, my friends. So what we can do now, we can go right here to the sheet button. Holy sheet, I made it better. So I put Nintendo because I've got Super Nintendo after I finish this.
Imagine an EverDrive with every Atari 2600 game.
I have it, sir. It's called the Harmony. So the Harmony cart does that. If you get the Harmony,
Found a copier for 2600.
oh no. Yeah, the Harmony cart Encore is what you want to look for, and what the Encore will do for you, you can play those really big ROMs.
And was bit annoying.
Ah, I have empty carts like crazy. All right, so we got all this. Let's go and change our sheet over here. We're gonna take. Well, I'm dumb. Does this say bad? I assume that's my bad ones. I just called it non-OG again. I did. Both of them? Yeah, dumb. Da-dum.
I mean late 80s.
Bad. Okay, so now we can change this because I put in an original. Change this to 18 now. We can change good to 14. Bum-ba-da-bum. Alright. Let's go ahead and test a few other controllers that I've not tested yet. We'll see how they work. So we'll go ahead and put... Should we... How's my other dog bone? My other dog bone looks pretty clean. But this one worked fine. So...
1000s of games can fit that thing.
Oh, yeah. Hundreds of thousands. You just can't put more than, I think... The file format doesn't allow more than 1,200... Or 1,024.
Atari 2600. It had a bunch of games, but you had to reset the console to cycle through each.
Oh.
Is that how it's supposed to be, or were there copies per game?
No. I have that. I have the 1 in 32. And yes, you have to reset it every time to get any games. It was so annoying. But I have that cartridge. I don't have this set up right now to show you it, but remind me, and I'll show you both the Harmony cart and the old 32 ROM cart too, so you can kind of see the difference. I don't know. Maybe we'll just we'll wash this one up, bink, real fast. I'm not going to take it apart, but when I'm looking at it, he's got this little dirt on it. I'm not happy with him. Why not? I've already cleaned the one. Let's do this one too. Go crazy here. I also, later on after I get the controllers done, I have some
What's total and G total?
okay, so G total is grand total. That's why once I get start with the Super Nintendo controllers, they're gonna have their own line, so they'll have the total. But right now, the total and the grand total is the same. Once I start going to other consoles, that's when we will get crazy. But I mean, I only have like 4 more Nintendo controllers to test,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and then we'll get Super Nintendo started. So this one, he's fairly clean. I just wanted to clean out the nastiness where finger crap gets in between. So it's a lot cleaner than that last one. Let's see how the rubber. Oh yeah, the rubbers look new. All right, so we'll just kind of take it apart, clean out the sides, and go with that. How's our buttons look? He can get a little scrubbing too. So I tried to get this so I can have a microscope. I tried to get that to work, and it didn't work.
Called Super Tilt Pro. The cartridge includes a Wi-Fi module, and you can play online with other people who have the cartridge. How rounded are you in the subject of Amiga?
I know about Amigas, and I want to have one someday. That's how much I know about Amigas. I like to watch this guy called Retro Repair online, and he fixes Amigas all day long. You didn't know that it was fixing Amigas like that. But yeah, we got...
Amiga is nice.
I would like to get an Amiga. I should have a donation PO box if somebody wants to send me junk, because I don't have enough junk. Hey, you want to send me a broken Amiga? Thanks, amigo. Alright, yeah, so like I barely had to clean, like I barely have to touch this one to clean it. It's good. I think the one thing is it has this little mark up here. I think it's going to come off. I'm trying to be careful not to get the alcohol on the Nintendo logo.
Replacements for these available. They are not produced anymore.
For the controller, for the dog bones, or what are you talking about? Sorry, or the cartridge.
No retro community is as unionized as the Amiga crew. Yes, for very retro consoles like an Amiga,
Yeah.
or even a SNES. AliExpress usually. With varying quality.
Yeah, and mostly emulation. So it's not even like close to the real game. Alright, so we're going to put these good. Let me see. I got a little dirt in my holes. Oh, hey, did you hear what he said there? That was pretty funny, eh? He's talking about the dirt in his holes, and that could be like an innuendo. I decided to do that from now on. Like when I hear somebody say a bad pun or a stupid joke, I'm just going to talk like a Canadian, like I'm explaining it to my wife. Hey, honey, hey, honey, did you hear that? Yeah, it's pretty funny, eh? Pretty good. I'm gonna laugh at that one. Oh, buddy, I'm gonna tell Steve down by the job, man. He's gonna think that's so funny.
LUL.
I'm actually putting dirt on this. I need to clean off my...
Emulation can get pretty close nowadays.
It can. And I'm not knocking emulation. But, I'm more knocking the way it feels. So, if you want to have an original feel, emulation doesn't cut it. Like, you know it's not quite right. The sound is a little off, but not perfect. All that fun stuff. So, I kind of...
The original headaches as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I do have a really cool thing I want to show you.
Loading of tape, etc.
I hate that crap. Now, the Mister is easy. Like, if you have a Mister, loading a tape is a lot easier.
Just fear Nintendo's legal ninjas.
Well, okay, to be fair...
A later console like the Analog Poke is even more expensive than a GBA.
Oh, I know. I have this analog. I have like some of the analogs. I don't have the Analog NT, but that's because I bought...
FPGA is costly.
It is, but it's nice. FPGA gives me a closer feel to that original nostalgia, only because on the Mister I can use my original controllers, and so I'm fine with that. Let me use my controllers. That's all I want. And on the Mister you can do that. Did you see the dude that's making he's putting the FPGA PlayStation core inside of an old PlayStation 1 shell, where it looks like a PlayStation 1 shell, that can use PS controllers and memory cards right from the build, and it's only going to be $150 starting out. So I signed up for that. I don't know if I'll have it, because technically I think it went on sale today.
No, haven't seen that.
Yeah, he's pretty big on Twitter. He's a Chinese guy, and he does a really damn good job. He made a Mister called Mr. Pi. If you look that up, you'll find his website. and it's basically he made that Dino card. He made it into his own type with everything that we don't need for emulation off of it, and everything we do on it, and selling it for like a sub 200 for a full build, compared to building Mystery yourself with each part's going to cost you over 500. So I'm hoping he becomes the go-to guy for Mystery builds. It feels good. All right. All right, back to this controller test here. All right, this one was working fine before, but now it's just pretty too. We'll go ahead and give it a test. I think I got the A button backwards. It doesn't feel right. Or the rubber moved. All right, gotta open it back up. Oh, forgot to go back to the bench scene. There we go.
That's a nice work, Matt.
Yeah, thank you. I got it off Amazon cheap. I think it was like $15 on Amazon. Just had to make sure I didn't get one that was too big for my desk. Alright, let's see what I did here.
Not bad.
Okay, there we go. That's better. And I dumped everything else out. Hey, what's the matter with your controller? Hey, come and get your pads. Alright. I'll stop killing everyone with my scene. I think I like the other test suite better from the Nintendo one. I mean, this one works fine, I guess. It's doing everything we need it to do. Showing us the start and stop and maybe all that fun stuff. Not as fun as to look at. Yeah, I figured I'd do these controllers first. These are like money. These are so expensive now. I don't even want to think about them. Close my eyes, hit the buttons. That feels right. Okay. Oh yeah, that's better. Oh, buddy. That's the way. I like it. Okay. Number 2. Done. All right. Ready to test something stupid looking? What'd you say? Yes, you like stupid looking things? Well, do I have something for you to look at? Why? I guess the buttons are as nasty as they look. They are basically they don't feel like anything. We got AB on this side and AB on this side. So if you're left or right-handed, you can do that. But your start and select buttons are by themselves. It claims to have a switch to change from an 8 direction to a 4 direction. And it looks like it has a slow motion or turbo. So, let's see if any of that works. Has anyone seen a Wing? It's called a Wing Commander family computer. Anyone seen one of these before? Here we go. Check in the left side first. Turbo's on.
Don't think so.
Oh, look at that. The A button can also be select. Neat. B button's B button. A button's both. How about over here? A button's both.
I just hope the I have knob feels good.
How about the... Oh. Select button does everything. It sees everything. This is weird. Alright, back here. Up. Down button, okay, is also start. This guy has some issues. Alright, so now start button is
The
stuck.
joysticks I got to try, like those for playing games, were very irresponsive.
Alright, this one is dead. We're calling this one bad. Non-OG bad. We're not going to clean and fix him right now. Wait. 16 is good. There we go. 11. There we go. He bad. He's weird. He's going to need lots of work. He's probably got a trace broke. Alright. One of my favorites. I love this thing when I was a kid, and I don't know why. Everyone whines about it. They don't like it, but if the Turbo Touch pad works, you barely have to touch it, and it does everything you need it to do. So you have the directional pad is just a touchpad. And then you have your AB and then your Turbo AB. That's all you got. I've got it for Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. I think that's all they made them for. They may have had a different one too, but those are the ones I knew about. So that took me to the EverDrive menu. So let's see. Oh no. Oh no. We'll reset it. Oh no, he's not doing anything. Did that controller break my system? He worked before. I know he did. Alright, let me go ahead and get in the controller thing. Alright, I need to get the new test suite on here. Can't believe I didn't do that yet. We'll use the official one again. This is my analog stick added Max controller. So he's like, the directional pad works beautiful like that, and you don't have that nasty little pad touch. Yeah, he's good. I think I hit select and start again. What's wrong with me?
I've seen the Max here.
With an analog stick? Nah, you haven't seen it like that, my friend.
But without stick.
I did that on myself because I'm a dork. Alright. Turbo Touch.
I remember that playing simulators like F-15 on PC required a joystick like QuickShot. You couldn't play with keyboard.
So right now, all that's working is the A button, and it does that. Bad. Okay.
My favorite of the NES controllers I've seen. I thought maybe it's like the Logitech gamepads and CDI, use the same mold, where you can screw in a stick.
Yeah, it's not like that. I had to take it apart and take off the pad and trim down the analog stick so it was straight. Alright, my Turbo Touch is completely dead.
Move forward.
Do you guys want to see inside of it? Want to do this one right now? Because it's kind of a weird one. Let's do this one now. Just see what it looks like. What do we have here? We have regular Phillips.
Yes.
Okay. I really don't want to put a broken thing back in a box. You know what I mean? So hopefully we can find out what's going on.
I swear, the feel of the button press is 90% of the quality of the joystick. If it plays bad, it's like stepping on water with socks.
Oh yeah, definitely. Is there little screws in there? I can't see. Let's see. I can't tell if there's screws in there or not. I think there are. Yep, I fell now.
Analog drift is worse.
Yeah. Well, that's also the same thing. Alright.
Hall effects. Laughing face.
Oh, that's interesting. Alright. So that's your touchpad.
For TMR, that's now
This has a
seen
bad-
even better than Hall effects.
Now, why are you all funky? Funky. The buttons are like shoved in there. Somebody tried to fix it with a different.
This one doesn't have
Button.
the wire protection you mentioned.
No, it doesn't.
It's just very jankable.
It is. And the buttons. Look how generic that is. Like, they didn't even bother, like, making a nice silicone pad. They just, like, make some buttons that we can shove pads in. Alright, fair enough. And that is all you get. That's your control pad. At least clean it up. People's nasty hands all over things all the time. Why are they touching controllers? Okay.
Strange.
Let's see what we have here. We have some dial pots. That's probably to set up the touch sensors. How sensitive they are. We have the whole controller pad here. That's soldered in with a ribbon cable. Huh. Alright, well let's take out these screws and see what's underneath. Let's move all of this stuff over. You go over here now. Just so it'll throw me off. Move all the screws over here. We got a little screw pad over on that side. It's really nice. Use that for the rubbers. And the start button. And this guy was just somebody's idea of fixing it. We might have to do the same thing. I don't think it's a rubber issue. I think we got something else wrong with this.
How does the contact on those directionals that even work? It's not bridging 2 points.
No, they're touch sensor. So whenever they feel pressure, and so they're pressure pads. So if there's any pressure on this in one direction, it will then turn on that direction. Oh my god, so many screws. Alright, we got this one off. We gotta then lift it up. And now we got the next pad. First thing I'm gonna do, you can check is the
Oh, they are freeze sure-faced, but no on a flat button pad.
you got another screw over here. Move this pad slightly. Alright. Baby screw, you can go back on your pal. Alright, there we go. Now we can get this out. Look, there's all our goodness. Alright, what do we have going on here? We have somebody trying to fix a bad trace. I hope that's not factory. That might be factory. That is the crappy factory sort there. Oh crap, we forgot to attach that to the controller. Alright. So these are probably all to make the directionals. But one of these are bad.
Are ceramic capacitors even used anymore on these?
Yeah, ceramic capacitors are used because they last longer than what you'd normally have. But you don't see them very often on controllers. Like, I don't know what they were doing, but Now I see why they had to make this controller all chunky. Alright. First check the directional. So I will get my meter out here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I'll put it like here in an angle. You might be able to. Let's turn it on and find out. Yeah, you can see it. It says low, and when it shorts, that's showing that we have continuity. We should have. Oh no, they're too thin. How can I do this? Thinking. Alright. Ooh, I got an idea. Hold on.
Steals your A battery.
Why can't I find it? What do we do with that weird connector? Here it is. Alright.
Oh wait, it's a AAA. Doesn't work for my Game Boy.
Yep, nope, can't steal that one. Alright, I don't have what I thought I had, but we can do it like this. I may be able to use my pick or small screwdriver and get inside the connector. And that should tone. Let me see. Not gonna work. It's falling out. What else do we have? What else? Bueller. I think you are just as thick. I don't have a little tiny pick of some sort that can get in there. Well, I'm wondering what could go bad here.
So at this instance you're testing the wire itself?
Yes, I was wanting to
Where
test
do
the
you
wire
place the
itself
other
to
end of
see.
the tester?
Yeah, I wanted to do that, and I wanted to make sure that we don't have a break in the wire or something like that. But I'm thinking that it's probably one of these chips that's telling it what to do. So, let's see here. Whoever had this before took this pad off. Ah. Let me see here. Where is my glasses? I brought glasses down here so I would be able to see things like this. And now I don't know where they are because I can't see them. Oh, I'm going to go grab some new glasses, I guess. And then lose those downstairs too. Hold on. I did find a flash card I bought that I haven't tried yet. This was one on eBay, but it's an Atari 800 flash card. I'm like, that'd be fun to try. Alright. Glasses. Let's see if we have any bad connectors here.
Looks fancy. Awesome fun.
Alright, let's go to see if we have connections to things that's supposed to be connected.
Holy crap, I can't believe they make those.
It uses a Raspberry Pi. So this one is going straight to my wire going out, which it shouldn't be, unless... Alright, so the Nintendo controller sent a hook message. So it doesn't have like direct, unless that's ground. That might be ground. Let me see. Yeah, that's ground. Okay. That goes to this chip. Alright, so all the controller buttons are going to this chip. So this should be our controller latch button that sends the information. I'm going to have to go off my chat here for a moment, and I'm going to look this chip up. It's a CD 4021BE data sheet. Alright, let's see what you do. Let's see what you do. Come on. Open. It's a standard CMOS. Push, pull, balancing. Alright. Make a data sheet. Here we can look at it together. Again. Alright. So they have diodes in there, so that way the voltage won't go. If you see a little triangle on there, that's a diode, or it should be, unless they're showing something different. What we want to make sure is that they don't go back both ways. Alright, so we can go to diode mode. The diode's going that direction. You get it both ways. What are we looking at here? We're looking at pin 1. Pin 3. Pin 21, I think. Oh, okay. Pin 9, I think was the. So this is 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's a 16 pin. So that would be pin 1 and pin 9. Alright, so it looks like pin 9 will be our point where everything kind of goes back and forth from. So we'll just check and see. So we'll go pin 9. Pin 2. No. Just want to check the wires in diode mode. Okay, so they all have a diode on them that's reading. I'm really sus about this area right here. I really have no idea. So this is their controller that basically do all the buttons. I don't know why they have these other ones on here. They must all be for the touchpads. Something shorting out maybe? Let's see. Can't see the top of this. Oh. I don't know if you can see in here. Looks like we might have a little short with a little wire touching another little wire. I like it when it's that easy. Okay. That's why you have dental picks. Why would you use them for teeth, you weirdo? Okay. No.
Easy for you. I'd not noticed that ever.
I'm hoping that was it. I don't want to take the pad off because that'd be a pain in the butt. Where did the... Oh, it's on the controller itself. Okay. I want to know why they did this wire jump. Because it doesn't look like... So we have this pin right here. We have a little resistor pad here that is broken. Alright, that's fine.
Is
I see
that
that.
blue wire natural of the board?
And there's a pad over here broken too. I don't know. There's like two pads that's broken. I bet that's killing our continuity. We'll just leave it in diode mode and it will yell at us if it shorts. See? Alright, so this connection should be here. It is not. So they took that. Are these supposed to be together? This might be. I can't tell if there's a trace there or not. But those two are toning together. Let me turn on my soldering iron. Get stuff going on. We also have another trace broken right here. I don't know if you can see those even. But we have one here and one here. And it looks like they were scratched off. Like, oops, we didn't mean to make that trace. That one goes from here, here. No, hold on. Right here. So that one's going to this resistor that's funkied up here. It's going to that resistor. Check resistance. Alright, so that's going to up, over, down, here. That resistor would have gone from there to there. Alright. I don't think they're supposed to be in series like that. Because this resistor that they tied in. It goes here. Give me a beep, sir. Alright. Okay. So those are the traces that would have gone to those. Alright. So those two would have been tied together. But they would have been tied together the other direction. You go in from here. From this third. 1, 2, 3. 1. Yeah, okay. Alright, so they did that right. That's right. But this one still bothers me. Don't know if it's supposed to be jumped like that. So we'll just kind of see if we can get the bridge off. Quick little poopy poo. Alright. Let's see if they still tone together. They might be supposed to. Alright, so it doesn't matter that that was shorted. Well, poop. Huh. Honestly, I see nothing completely horrible on it. I'm gonna grab something and plug it back in. Well, I gotta start the test again. Maybe I will go to the other one so I don't have to keep starting the test. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fix this. That's my dog bone. I'm gonna have to look up some schematics or something. Alright.
This is the kind of scenario I stuck in when trying to fix some electronics.
Alright.
But it makes sense since I'm veterinarian, and it's not my expertise, LUL.
That's funny. That's true. Yeah, this is a... I mean, I don't think the ribbon cable's bad. You can tone that out. I think when the guy sold this to me, he knew it was bad. Obviously, did some work. I think I have another one somewhere. I just don't know where it is. That sucks. Well, I'm gonna put it back together, and we'll.
That's C minor.
All right, let's go ahead and put it back together. He gets no cleaning. All right, let's see here. First things first. The wire ran the right way. So there's there's no like real wire management, is there? You stick it through there. They just have these two screws that's supposed to hold it in. that through there. So I don't want to break anything, so I don't get the wires in the screw hole. There we go. Alright, now these little tiny screws for the bottom. And this kind of goes like that. Tiny screw for you. Tiny screw. Oh, what am I doing? I forgot to put. No, the buttons are on top. Like, wait, where's the buttons? I'm used to like normal controllers where the buttons are on the bottom. Like when you take it apart, you gotta put it together, screw it in that way, instead of a top-down version. All right. That nice groove.
How do you attach the dentist hook to the tester like that?
Oh, if I wanted to use this for a testing wire, I should be able to like get it to stay in one of the holes, and then the whole thing's conductive. It's one piece of metal, so I'll be able to use that as a wire, as a connector. So.
Oh, that's so smart.
Yes. So let me see if. See, I've got other probes at work that I can bring, and we can test it later with the right probes.
I thought it interfered since you're holding it.
It shouldn't. I'm not that conductive. I know I've been electrocuted, but I shouldn't be that conductive. Let's see. My ohms between each other is, I make a 380 million ohm resistance. 3.5 ohm. Okay, it's going down. I'm becoming more conductive. So about 3 million ohms from hand to hand. Go from arm to hand. Let's see. See, that's a lot less. It's only 7 ohms. Chin's about 4 million, so my getting to my head is going to be more to get resistance. So that's why when I got electrocuted, took the path of least resistance. I went down my arm, and down my leg, and tried to get to ground. We got a lot of water, but it's conductive, apparently. I'm not an open, that's all I'm saying. I'm not as open as I would like to be. I wanna... These crappy, but... See, I like these things when I was growing up, and now I'm looking at them like, my God. They suck. Okay. Button and a button. In there, okay. These have silicone buttons that go all the way down.
I often hold a drawing tablet on my lap. It keeps micro-shocking me cause if I don't wear shoes.
Yep. Well, that's also because you got static electricity buildup. During the winter, you got a lot of static buildup on your body. Alright, there we go. My pad. My pad. I think I have a... Whoop. I've got the Super Nintendo ones here next. We can test those. See how they work. But each one of these buttons have something broken. Like they should have 2 clips. Oh, okay, here we go. There we go. Alright. We'll put random button that somebody added. Feels so crappy. Probably make a better one out of one I already have. Get in my belly. You called to look like a baby. Alright. Alright, buttons in place. We'll get the control pad. Can you guys hear me okay? I don't have a microphone over here at the desk. I want to make sure you can hear me okay through my original microphone. So I've been talking loud.
Sounds all good.
Okay, thank you.
Can hear you.
Yeah, I'm taking things out of focus. I'm trying to get this thing back in place, but the ribbon cable is causing me problems. Alright, there we go. Now we're good. Just hold it down as I screw it down. Okay, that's better. We'll do the opposite side. And the other two should be good. So I ordered a bunch of analog sticks for when we get to PlayStation, Xbox, and stuff like that, because I know some of those are bad on drift. So I bought a bunch of. Let's see where they. They're here somewhere. Believe me now and understand me later. Okay. Now we can go. This should be flat end there. All right. Okay. We're in like flint. Get the baby screws in first so I don't put them in the wrong place. Alrighty then. Stopping myself from making a baby joke again about being fat bastards, even though I want to.
This is the kind of PCB replacement they used on Game Boy. Congratulations. You've received 100 messages today with Restream Chat.
Thank you, Restream Chat. Thank you guys for being active in my chat. It makes it time go by so much better on talking about things with people, and instead of just doing this by myself, trying to make conversation with myself.
Analog drift and modern controllers go together like peanut butter jelly.
That's right. The best analog stick ever is the Sega Saturn's pad. That one actually, if you ever taken that one apart, it's all magnetic sensors. It's HAL sensors all the way through. So Sega knew how to do it, and then they realized they could save money when they made the Dreamcast. But to be fair, I have very few official Dreamcast controllers I've ever had drift on.
Joystick also drift. I heard it's one of the best joysticks.
The original Xbox? I've not had any drift problems with the original Xbox. Alright, well there we go. I got it back together. I don't think it's going to work. I think it's still going to be funky. We'll mark it down as bad. Yeah, so that is my A button. It's working as a select. I kind of want to go in that other test suite. Let's go in the other test suite real fast. Alright, we'll go. I'll let you see my ugly mug again. I got the glasses on now. I can see clearly now, I think. We'll just pick the cheapy one. Look at that. That's all we need.
If people could plug in a DualShock into the Switch, you can be sure they would.
You can, kind of. Yeah, there's adapters by Wingman, so you can use your original PlayStation controllers and stuff. Oh yeah, look at that. It freaked out right away. Alright. So, Turbo Touch is dead. We'll mark them down as bad. Oh, I want to replace it. If I can find the other one, I'll be happier. But I know this one's bad. I thought I had two. I have to go look on the shelf. But, I guess we'll mark another non-OG bad. We're up to 60 controllers. Tested. Alright, let's go finish the Nintendo tests. I did find a few more, I think 1 or 2 more Nintendo controllers. Yeah. I had another original Nintendo controller upstairs. Because, as one does, you should have at least one Nintendo controller in every room of your house. Alright. Directional pad, beautiful.
I'd rather play a Switch 2 portable.
Look at that. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I'll play like they do on a commercial. Yay, I'm playing a game! I hate that. I don't know why it bothers me so much, but every time I see a commercial and they're playing something on TV or playing a game or in a movie... I think it's a joke. But technically, the Switch Lite is portable only. It's not hybrid. So, they could call that a portable and call the other one a Switch. Alright, so he's good. I need a bin for good controllers again. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to put him off to the side. He is going in this pile. I got a bin for good controllers. Alright, we have, looks like, a boxed Python. I think we tested one of these already, but it wasn't boxed. So, let's see if this quick shot works. I think the other one was bad. I think he's in the bad bin. Let's go. Yeah, feel that wobbly piece of POS.
I hate Switch controllers. It's inverted.
It is. I'm not a fan. I will use the Pro Switch controller. But you're talking about like the ABC buttons? Oh no. Is he dead? Huh.
I never understood the logic for naming buttons on SNES or Switch.
Alright. There was a logic between it. Because the Switch was just like the Super Nintendo. So you had the A first and then the B. And they just went the same way as the Super and the other way. So like the XY is supposed to be for the X-axis and the Y-axis. And then the BA just followed the Nintendo's. So the A was like, I don't know why it counted backwards. But yeah, they've always done that. Like that's just how Nintendo does. And then Sega doesn't. I guess Sega does what Nintendo don't. They put the controllers in the right way with ABC. But I know they did that for the Axis. Well, this one's completely dead. I don't know why my controllers are dying. Like this one, I remember when I got it, it worked. Let me make sure I didn't mess up my... Oh my gosh, I got too much crap everywhere. Okay. Calm down. I got it. Alright. Make sure this didn't lock up. It did. Okay, good. It was the controller thing that locked up. Well,
wait, you said it's supposed to go with the axis, and yet Y is in the horizontal axis?
Oh, you're right. Because that was the whole idea with the yeah, that's wrong, isn't it? That's backwards too. Because that's what they tried to do with the Switch. AC adapter fail. Well, that's because this is a real Nintendo. I just want to see what that test was for. Alright, we'll just go back. This should be the same test that we just did. Yeah, it's the same test. Alright, let's use this again. I just dropped a AA battery you can steal for your Game Boy. Oh, crap. Alright, so first off we have this select button is stuck. Or no, that was a start button. We have nothing on A and B. We can go up. This one. You know that one controller I had earlier? Where is it? This one works. This is a working controller. I'm wondering if I can take the insides of that and put it in this. I don't know. They're made by the same guy. Huh. I did not hit select and start. Oh! Okay, so that's my select button working. Start button's working. Up and down's working. Why is it... Okay, so I think... left and right's not working. Alright. He's going to be a problem child. Let's see if it's the same one. Yeah, they're the same controller. This is how you can play any dual stick games. Alright. What was wrong with this one? I forgot already. I really should be marking these down, shouldn't I? Alright, so those are working.
Supposedly the X on the PlayStation was supposed to be for cancel and circle to accept.
Yep.
But most games use X to accept.
Not in Japan. It was because they wanted to keep it the same here in America. So this one works. It's just loose. I think this is just how it works. All right, so I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna move non-OG bad. We'll just make this a non-OG good to 17. And then I'll just move the bad one into the box. And then put the good one in the box. Okay, that's confusing. I'm confusing. I'm sorry. Bad one's going in the bad box that's behind me. Good one is going in the OG box that's beside me.
Do those ever work?
What, these controllers? I don't know. They just don't work very well. I think they just got a lot... they're not really an analog stick. They just have a lot of drift.
Yes, I had one of these with similar.
Yeah, and it didn't work for you either? You had problems? Because I don't... There we go. He's in the box. We're calling him good. He's good enough. And that's all we can ask for our friends. Our friends at Quickshot by Brondwell. Yep. That's what I was having trouble with. Alright, I have another box controller somewhere. Oh, here you go. It's another Maverick. It's the Maverick from Quickshot. Because we already know these are the #1 best controllers ever. This one should be... Yeah, this one's got 2 controllers ports on it. It's the one that wanted to be cool like... brain fart. Like the Nintendo version. So it's got 2 controllers, but instead of like putting in one strand, they ran freaking 2 controllers all the way down. And that's so annoying. Because that means the wires just get caught on everything. I've got one of these for the Sega Genesis too. It doesn't work. I'm not surprised. I'll be very surprised if this one works. Alright. Controller port 1, in theory. Alright, controller port 2.
Was it so hard to just package them into one wire?
Nintendo did. Alright, so it's on port 2 right now. Directional pad works. A and B works. Start select. Also on a rocker, which I hate. Auto fire on. Yep. Auto fire off. Auto fire B. Okay. Slow motion. Yeah, slow motion working. It works, guys. That's port 1. Now we'll go over to port 2 or port 1. I got the wires backwards. That's why it's not working. But anyway, those are working. Yeah, it's working both directions. Okay. Like I said, I'm surprised. Alright, we had 2 controllers for that because it can be 2 controllers at once. Nope, just kidding. 18. 62 controllers tested. 18 that I can probably fix. 12 that's probably trash. These generic ones are just not made very well.
Nintendo had to do things right so they could be the strongest legal division of all video games.
Nintendo did things because it wants to be in control. It has nothing to do with legal as much as it wants to be the gatekeeper for video games. Hence how strong they were on the Nintendo. Saying that, yes, I'm happy for you to make Nintendo games. We're the #1 country console in America. You can only make 5 games a
The
year.
whole story about the DK games was so ironic considering your attitude now.
Oh, he had to fight him. He had to program that game not knowing that they would say yes or no. Like, it wasn't like, they're like, yeah, you can go ahead and do it. It was like, we don't trust you with our IP, so you better prove to us you can. So if they would have said no after he did all that work, Donkey Kong Country would be nothing. It would never have happened. It would have probably been rebranded as a different game. Alright, let me see. I think that is all the NES controllers I have. Let's bust out the Super Nintendo. Oh, I messed up my camera. That's a great shot of me.